everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The news has hit the internet that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged. I kind of had an inkling that was coming up, that was about to happen, especially once the podcast that they did, I forget what's the name of it, but the podcast that she did with the interview with Travis Kelce and his brother. I kind of figured that was where things was going, even though at first, at the beginning of their relationship, I believe I predicted that I could see them kind of going the distance, but I also felt like it was kind of like a reboundish thing, or it was just kind of like experimenting with one another because they're not each other's like typical type. If you haven't noticed Travis Kelce dating record, he seems to date the opposite type of woman than Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift seems to um like physically it seems like Travis Kelce fits Taylor Swift's like dating catalog, but personality wise he isn't. I believe this is also her first um sports figure that she's dated. I think most of the people she's dated in the past have been people who are kind of like in the political or music industry, not the athletic end of things. So yeah, this is the first for both of them, and it seems to be working. Or is there something more at play here? Because a lot of people see this as a big um, social cash in that they could be doing. So I am going to do a reading on their upcoming nuptials, what's going on with this engagement, what was the decision behind it. Basically going in on an energy reading like I typically do and see where we go from there. So this is a tarot reading. I use my own intuition, and I typically try to explain to you all as I am like a spiritual translator. So think about when you hear translations, there's no one-to-one translation. Everything don't always translate over perfectly, but I try to give you the gist of what it is. But in doing so, sometimes things get lost and translated or mistranslated. So I just try to interpret and give you as best as I can. And that means that all statements made are alleged for entertainment purposes. Do not use tarot and take it as the end all be all, especially when it comes to any kind of personal matters, legal matters, financial matters, medical matters. Please seek someone with some kind of professional help in those areas, because I do not hold a degree or any kind of profession in any of those things. Okay, I'm telling you that right now. So take what I say with a grain of salt. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, well, that's great too. I'm still human. So I'm not going to get everything right all the time, every time. Okay. Oftentimes I split hairs on most things where I'm kind of like incorrect on. So that is what it is. So if you are okay with that, we would go forward with this reading and see what we get. Okay. Congratulations. It's in order for these two because yeah, at first I didn't see it. I thought she would have been moving on with someone else, but I'm so sorry. I feel like my nose is stuffed. But I am going to, well, not stuffed, but running. But I want to see what's going on in their relationship. Obviously, you do too, because that's why you clicked on this. So let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. Okay. Okay. I'm already getting five of wands. I was thinking of Taylor Swift's energy towards Travis Kelce. Mm. I still have the Seven of Wands here. Seems like she's kind of going against things. That's that Four of Wands, the nuptials here. And then we also have the Two of Discs. Some kind of financial juggle that's coming up as well. That's funny. I'm getting all this cards. Taylor. Can I get 1 or 2 cards? I'm getting so much for Taylor. What's going on, boo? Okay. That's interesting. Princess of Swords. I do want to know that I seen, what is that here? I did see the Prince of Cups when I was shuffling. I looked last minute. We also have the World card and the Eight of Swords. We have the Empress card and the King of Wands. I hope this is not, is it the sexual tension? Is the passion on fire here? Is she scratching a particular type of itch for Travis? Look, look at this. And he comes up as the King of Swords. What has happened recently in their relationship where this has totally changed from kind of like the energy reading I was getting before? Okay, what is that? Queen of this. But guess what still comes up on the underneath here for him? King of Swords. I feel like I should put that there. Okay, let's see what we are getting for the energies between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. There's energies between. I do want to note, what was that? I peeped the 10 of coins was trying to come out at first, but let's see. We have the Temperance, and then I have these in my hand. We have Death, Prince of Death, the Devil. Oh wait, all this flipped over. Okay, please hold. Hold on. Okay, I said please hold. What was that? What was that? What was that? The Fool. So I don't think the Fool in this context always means something negative. It's literally them stepping into the unknown. Because if I'm correct, I believe this is both their first like engagement or first like jump into marriage. I know there was rumors before about Taylor Swift with engagements and things like that, but as far as I know, and take this with a grain of salt because I ain't in that lady business like that. I don't follow her, but I think this is like the big hurdle for her. And look, I wonder if this is in regards to them only dating 2 years. As I feel like she's dated some other people for 2 years and it didn't happen like that. It didn't happen this fast. So what's the change here? The Two of Cups, and then we have, so it's funny, the Ace of Cups is coming in reverse, but we have the Two of Cups in the upright for the underlying energy. So there is some kind of like harmony, matrimony energy there, some kind of coupling. But I wonder if they're kind of, there's some lack of emotional tie there. There's something here where the analytical part of their brains is being turned on why this relationship is a match, why it works for them. It's interesting. He also has the Queen of Discs that's coming up in reverse as well. So I almost want to say, is he do he kind of give her tough love almost is what I think of with the Queen of Discs. I mean, especially with the King of Swords popping out twice for him. I wonder if he kind of matches her. I don't know what Travis Kelce's zodiac is, but I wonder if he kind of matches her bullshit, for lack of a better word. There's some kind of thing there where he kind of gives some pushback on her, where she may have didn't expect it out of him. Like there was something that was sort of like a surprise. Like he kind of like he can push back. He allows her to be a brat, but he also give her the tough love of like, okay, you can go ahead and throw your temper tantrum about not getting your juice, but you're still gonna have to get your sub, and we gonna still have to leave up out of this store. So, what you want to do? Like, okay, princess. Okay, we wanted to drop it first. The rider and the heart. Okay. Birds, messaging, communication. That is also dealing with swords. Um, a part of me wonder if this is some part of a big PR cleanup as well with Taylor Swift, because you know she was going through a lot of stuff in regards to her friend Blake Lively. She was having the issues with people booing her at the Super Bowl at the time. She was kind of oversaturated. People were tired of seeing her everywhere at the end of her Eras tour. Um, I wonder with the birds, the communication, the messaging, some kind of, I feel like there's some kind of control here or a changing of the narrative that's appearing here. I think I should also do a reading on her upcoming album. I feel like there's something about her album I should read on as well. That will be an exclusive part that you will only get on Patreon. I'm going to keep that exclusively to Patreon. Okay, nope, we have the owls here again. That's dealing with some kind of communication, interpretation here. We also have the ring that could be their upcoming nuptials, some kind of agreement, a partnership, a dealing, cooperation. We also have the tower that is dealing with structural things around you. The tower in the Lenormand is comparative to kind of like how people see the Hierophant in tarot, where sometimes it can represent the world at large, your cultural structures, your normative, those unspoken rules of society. We also have the fish, some kind of windfall as well, but they did come up in reverse. So let's see here. What is it with the financial things that keep coming up in reverse for him in regards to Taylor Swift? I feel like that could be interpreted one of two ways. Either maybe he's not in it for the money, maybe it's more so maybe he's not in it for the money aspect of it, but maybe it's more so the viewership, the advertising, the marketing part of this, maybe. I'm not sure. Oh, that owl keep coming up. So it's funny. I kept both of the birds in this. But note that they are the same. They're both 12s. So you can see that clearly. They're both 12s. But one is coming up in reverse and one is coming up in the upright. She is the princess of swords and he is the king of swords. Okay, I just realized something. I was thinking, I was saying Princess of Swords. I was saying Princess of Swords all this time. She's not the queen. Is there some kind of maturity level that is different here between maybe the way that they communicate? Because, at the end of the day, age ain't nothing but a number. In the sense of like how people mindsets or mentally grow. I want to say that it's some 50-year-olds that be out here moving throughout the world like some 30-year-olds or 25-year-olds. Like their brain ain't fully developed. So I wonder if there's something here maybe about the maturity aspect of things or in the way that they communicate. I wonder if that's what that's alluding to. Let's see, why is the fool energy? But the Fool is representing between these two. It's the energy that the Fool is representing to Travis, Kelce, and Swift. Let's see here. Oof, that was a lot. Okay, but I want to take note of these. So we do have the Clover that is speaking about some luck, some windfall, that is also speaking about resources that could be time, that could be connections, networking, that could actually mean monetary, material kind of information here. It's coming up in reverse. We do have the Book, again, some kind of information, something that's probably giving birth to something and started something. Sometimes I also think of things of like not contracts per se, but maybe some sort of business dealings, education around something being obscure, not being known, not being seen. And then when I think of the Anchor, I think of like standstill, something that is possibly weighing you down here. That doesn't seem to like track for me for what I'm getting with this Fool. But I wanted to know that's the cards that fell out. So in case they come back out again and stick, it is what it is. Hey, let's see what it was. Dog, loyal friend. You guys, I have to say it, I have to allude to it. I wonder if some of this, or the start of the reason why this was kicking off, was because of the Blake Lively situation. I wonder if, because remember, she was getting a lot of press because of the Blake Lively stuff. The dog deals with friendship, loyalty. I wonder if there was some change here, some kind of start of something because of the Blake Lively situation. Maybe something was said behind closed doors, like, you don't know what that's like. You just date around. You haven't been in a serious relationship or married. And I wonder if Taylor was kind of coming from an immature space of being like, well, bitch, I'll show you. We also have the Bear, some kind of protection, being defensive as well, maybe being defensive when you shouldn't be. We have the Sun. Yes, this is also speaking to things being discovered, being put in the light, being shown, no longer being obscured. But what is still being obscured here? What is still being hidden? The moon, sorry, not the moon. The moon also alludes to emotions as well. It could also be motherhood. I don't know why. I feel like there's something here with motherhood. I don't think she's pregnant. I don't think she's pregnant. Wouldn't that be a thing? Oh, the people would throw chairs. The people would throw chairs. Taylor Swift, a mom. Mm. Okay, just bounce all around. So we have Pluto. So we have, let's see here, 10th house, reputation. Don't she have an album called Reputation too? She's very much aware of her reputation, and I think this is part of changing that. You see what this all deals with: career, notoriety, purpose, pinnacle, patriarchy, legacy, authority figures, competence, fame. We also have opposition, balance. This is dealing with this is dealing with mirrors, interact, confronts, make conscious, manifest, disciplines, conflicts with, test. Sorry, so it's not cutting off their objectives and called out. This is making me think of that. Maybe you were being called out about how you never take anything serious. Pluto, transformation. This is definitely a transformation. I will definitely say, at least for her, this is dealing with obsession, intensity, taboos, clearing, extremes, basic instinct, cycles, renewal, motivation, and what is some of the underlying energy? Third house, perception. Yeah, this is definitely about cleaning some stuff up. And I think it's mainly around her. Fourth house, roots. I also think of the Four of Wands here, dealing with the family, home. Oh, look, it says that on here. If it clears up. Okay, will it clear up? Yep, it deals with family, home, background, cooking, inner world, real estate, self care. And also, look at that. I think this was destined to happen. It was going to happen one way or another. Soul school. I think this was a learning curve for her. I think this is going to be a learning thing for her. I mean, marriage is a learning curve for everyone who gets into it, because you're actually joining in with somebody else. It's a totally different thing. It's a, you are joining two worlds into one. And for good or worse, for, in good health or illness, whatever the case may be, you two are going to be each other's rock. You're going to be moving forward. I do also feel like there is a hint of rebellion in this, and I do think there is something here about Taylor Swift wanting to clean up her image or her brand or what it's been turning into lately. This just feels like yet another level up or morphing of her brand, of the brand Taylor Swift, not Taylor Swift the person. I do think there may be some learning stuff in this for Taylor Swift the person, but as the brand, I feel like this is in hopes of changing, of like brand washing herself. I really do. I do wonder why the communication is a bit off with these two, and why there seems to be some kind of like material, time, financial concern when it comes to Travis Kelce on his end. But yeah, I mean, so far this kind of feels like a 180. I'm not gonna say like a 360. This kind of feels like a 180, or maybe like a 90-degree change on what I initially got for these two when I read them. What was that, a year ago? Uh, so this energy feels a little different. It still feels very mature to me. It doesn't seem like this is something we're making just out of the love, like, oh daddy, I love him. It does feel very much like an adult, mature decision in a sense. It feels more of like a business decision more than one that's just fully based off of love. And I'm not mad at that. Sorry, I'm not mad at that. My Aquarius moon agrees with this. Like, yeah, I like you, but just because I love you, that don't mean that's putting food on the table. That don't mean we meant to be together. Um, no. So yeah. So let me know what you all think down in the comment section below. Leave me your comments. What do you think? What's alluding to this? What do you think it is? Why do you think they got engaged? Do you see them lasting forever, or at least for a good amount of time? Do you actually see them getting to the aisle? Share your comments or your suspicions down below in the comment section. And if you like this reading, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Again, if you want to see more readings like this, make sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe. And for those of you who want to see the portion of this where I'm going to be reading on kind of like the album, make sure to head on over to Patreon. It's only $5, at least right now. I only have one tier just because I know, like, demand wise, I'm just not going to be able to do all that. And, for free, you can also put in on the poll that I have up on kind of like what you all want to see. In the meantime, I thank you all for watching. I wish you a good morning, a good evening, and a good night. And I will see you in the next video.